Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar, Orion Speed Lanes, not just another shiny box. Differences you and your clients will appreciate. Today we have with us Tom Elliott. As Director of Global Business Development, Tom Elliott has successfully worked towards his mission of growing annual sales and expanding recognition of the Orion Entrance Control brand across North America and beyond. Tom's career foundation was developed during 2 decades with a leading business services, document management, and digital printing solutions company, where he grew from installer and technician to sales management. Just before his recruitment to Orion Entrance Control, Tom was in a unique and interesting sales management position in the motion picture industry. Optical turnstiles and speed lanes have been around for 20 plus years. All brands tend to have a similar look, but there are unique differences in the craftsmanship and technology. These differences aid the integrator in installation, maintenance, and support, aid the architects and design teams in form and function, and provide the end user with a security platform unlike any other. In today's webinar, we're going to discuss how Orion Entrance Control has created a custom culture built into our own standard platform. My name is Julie Rolls. I'm the training manager with PSA, and I will be moderating today's call. I have just a few quick housekeeping items before I hand it over to Tom. First, if you've not done so already, please mute yourself. If you happen to have any questions throughout the course of this presentation, please type them into the chat panel, and we'll have time for Q&A at the end of the presentation. If you happen to run into any difficulties, please type into the chat panel, and I'll do my best to get you back up and running as soon as possible. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Tom.
Well, thank you, Julie. Appreciate it. Hello, everyone. I'd like to say welcome to the PSA members. Orion's very excited to be part of the PSA network. And today, what we're hoping to do is give you a quick overview of our company, short agenda, who we are, what we build, and how and why we do it this way. The quality of our products and the designs are extremely important, but we believe that our people and our processes are also what make us different and successful. With that said, what I hope to do is explain what we mean by this statement, not just another shiny box, and what are those differentiators that you and your clients will appreciate. It's a quick introduction of Orion. You'll hear us referred to as, Orion Turnstiles, Orion ECI, Orion. You'll hear us called Orion. We're also not the monitor company, but we're Orion Entrance Control. We're based in New Hampshire, just north of Boston. We're a privately held company by our founders, Steve and Kathy Caroselli, and we're family owned and operated. Many of you may know Steve and Kathy, and we operate as a family, and we'll treat you as family as well. We were born from an integration and turnstile background. So what that means, Steve owned an integration firm, and then around the time of 9/11, when a lot of activity was going on, obviously reactive to the tragedies, New York City in particular, where Steve was working with one of our now competitors, international competitors. He did a lot of turnstile operation there out in California, eventually decided to come back and start Orion Entrance Control. So we grew from there by being dedicated to our customers and our employees. And when we say dedicated, Orion's really a service organization. It's in our core, it's in our culture. Most of us from the top down in all lines of management, we all started out in some level of service, installation, support before we went into our sales or management roles. So that is really what's in our DNA. All of our products are designed by us. They're American designed and built for high quality. And what we like to talk about is, what really is American made? We don't believe that American made means it's assembled in the States. American made has always meant craftsmanship. It's meant pride and ingenuity. And that's what's differentiated the American products over the years. And we are carrying that forward and continue to do that. One of the things that we hear is, wow, Orion competes really well on price. How do they do that? And the bottom line is it's that we source everything locally and we have low overhead. So we outsource, we're built on an outsource model. So we outsource all the heavy lifting, and we work very closely with our vendor partners, all of our vendors, from steel to our circuit boards, to our glass, stone, everything that we use to build our products is all, majority of them, within 50 miles of our assembly location, and usually not more than 100 miles. So we work very closely with our vendors. We're in their facilities often. And as we expand and contract for large orders, our overhead doesn't increase. And that's the way that we do it. We'll hear rumors, we'll have people talk, oh, they must be sourcing from China. They must be using, discount stuff. And nothing could be farther from the truth. We build a super high quality product, some of the best components in the industry, the newest technology. We compete very well on price. So that's helpful when you're trying to win. In-house engineering, we own all our designs, we control everything. We're very nimble when it comes to that. It allows us to be very reactive for our clients when people right down to, if we need new brackets for new things like biometrics or any kind of readers, we're able to knock that stuff out really quickly and provide what we need for our clients. We don't have to ask permission to create something unique. You're working directly with the manufacturer. So we have a culture of collaboration, and yes, if we don't think it's a good idea, we'll let you know that too. But you may have heard the tagline, "Custom is our standard at Orion." And that doesn't necessarily mean we build a brand new turnstile for everybody, because what we build is built on our standard platform. But the look and feel of it might be a little different for each person. We'll take that into account, and we're able to help people with not just off the shelf shrink wrap type of product. Final thing, we're also debt free, meaning we have our debt that, with our receivables for our vendors, or, our payables to our vendors, but no institutional or investor debt. So it makes us a very stable organization, and we're very confident and excited about our future. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, we had a couple of questions come through here. First one, what information do you need to quote on a project?
Okay, that's it. So there's really only a few things that we need. And really, if to boil it down to simple, would be the type of product that the client's interested in. And we have a full line. That's, right into my slide here. We have a full line of products, from high security, full height, biparting glass, down to pure optical, no barrier. We have a solution for everybody. And so you really need to know what barrier type or what product type the client's looking for, the number of lanes that you're looking for, and then any special finish selections that they may be interested in. If you have a specification, you can provide that to us. Let us review it, along with a floor plan is helpful. If it's a spec or something you're bidding on, and we can help put that quote together, dig through that spec and make sure that we're not missing anything. If it's a client that you're working with that you happen to already support, we'd be happy to help out and evaluate the area and their needs. So really, as simple as three items, to give you a quick quote, or as detailed as possible to make sure we're getting exactly what the client wants to achieve.
Okay.
Yeah. Was that good?
Yeah, yep,
Okay,
that's
good.
good.
So good. So, you know, we've got a full line of products, and we believe that a full line of products is sort of the cover charge to get into the party. Um, you would expect that we would have a full line and be able to protect your lobbies, protect your elevators, and those type of things. But what we really feel is important is how are you going to take your clients from where they are today to where they want to go with the least amount of disruption and give them what they are envisioning and something that will take care of them for a lot of for a lot of years and that they can be proud of and that you can be proud to have installed. So, if your client prefers straight stainless steel, we've got it. It's still a very attractive option. It's built with the same quality and features on the Orion technical platform. And in many cases, this is exactly what clients are looking for, a stainless steel product that that they can install, maybe basic card readers. But what we're finding more and more, and we had seen it early on in our beginning of our company, that clients were asking for more than just this when they were looking to set up their lobbies. They were doing a lobby remodel. They were taking buildings to a Class A building, and they were just looking for a little something more. Architects and consultants were being involved. And so from the very beginning of our company, we decided this was something we wanted to do well. Many projects require much, much more. And this is an area where you really should call Orion. This is where we excel. We're able to handle these details and remove the friction. So if you think about putting these projects together, we work, directly with our integrators. We respect the fact that you have relationships with the clients, but all of the detail in the background to work with architects, to get these metal finishes, to work with stone quarries, to work with glass shops, all of that stuff we take care of on our end and end up delivering the product that the client really wanted so that you can easily install it and finish the job for them. So I really feel that that's something that Orion brings to the table, where we can be a trusted subject matter expert for you. You can bring us in. We're going to sell through you as the integrator, but still work with all these other entities that are involved to make sure that the client gets what they want. And it can, as you can see from some of these pictures, it can get pretty complex nowadays. We're dealing with a lot of biometrics. We're dealing with other technologies, destination dispatch for elevators, visitor management, weapons detection, other types of detection are all becoming technologies that are playing a role along with our product in the lobby environment. Some of how we do it. Orion, at the very beginning, we decided we wanted to be a little different. So we created our own circuitry, so our own hardware and our own software to run our optical speed lanes. You hear them called optical turnstiles, speed gates, kind of interchangeable these days. But the technology is owned and designed by Orion Entrance Control. And the real benefits that we believe to that is that, we designed it for features and functionality that we thought were at times missing in the industry. And then it also gives us the ability that we control all of the revision levels. So if people come to us with an idea, and they have many, many times, and we feel that's an idea that will help all of our clients, then we can build that in. One thing we will not do is we will not build a custom piece that's a one-off for somebody. That's not, if it's a good enough idea to be included, it'll be included in our program. And the benefit to your clients is we're now backward compatible to all of our products. So we're future-proofing their investment and we're not obsoleting what they've bought by our next revision. And we feel that that's pretty powerful, and it has been benefit to our clients over the years. So again, Orion, we own all the technology from the board to the program level. We don't have to ask permission from anybody to make changes or enhancements to our product. You're talking right to the owners, right to the decision makers who can affect and come into your project and help you be successful at it. Our software as well, we call it Orion Infinity software. It gives end user functionality to manage the lanes. It's very easy to operate for both security or reception personnel. And then there are other screens that are password protected that the end users, owners can go in and parameter settings, other things like that based on the environment to dial in the lanes specifically for the traffic patterns and occupancy. But also, we have diagnostics built into this software that are second to none. And the common reaction that we get.
Okay, I found this on the web for its.
Common reaction that we get. Siri was trying to butt in on me there, folks. That we get after seeing a demo of this is, I've got to have that. And so please come and see us at Tech. We're going to be in Denver. Jerry, Ian, and I will be in Denver. Come and see us. We'll do a deeper dive on this software for you. Also, if you're going to be at ISC West or at the Global Security Exchange, also previously known as ASIS International, we'd be happy to take you through the product and go a little bit deeper for you. We'd love for you to have us in for a lunch and learn. We'd be happy to travel to your location, or we do a number of visits to our location in New Hampshire. So come on up, park the car, and we'll have some lobster. And so this software is again ours, and something we're very proud of. That's a definite differentiator in what we do. Any other questions?
Yeah. Did you want to pull up your contact slide, Tom?
I can. I've got another slide here.
Okay. I'll wait until you finish through that, and then I'll pull up questions that I've got. Okay.
And then, I guess in closing, what have we created? And I believe what we've created is, we're a trusted subject matter expert for you. We can help you to work through these. The turnstiles really get a lot of focus in these environments, whether it's a corporate headquarters, if it's a higher education environment, if it's a multi-tenant high-rise. A lot of the other security in the industry is hidden, right? Cameras are hidden, other things are kind of hidden, and turnstiles are right out there in front. And there's a lot of other technology now that's being incorporated with them, as I said, and the aesthetics of our turnstiles. So we can be a subject matter expert for you and help you get all that done, help manage the design process and remove the friction. One thing that we do is the supporting technologies are pre-installed at the factory. So whether it's just card readers or if it is biometrics or other technology, it is supplied by others, but we're going to have that sent to us at the factory. We're going to install it. We're going to test it. So when we send these units to you guys out in the field, you just bolt them down and wire them up to the boards and fire them up, and you're going to be good to go. We give you a lot of project team support with pre-install meetings, wiring review calls, webinars. If it's some of the work's being done by an EC or GC, we'll be happy to speak with them too. And because of our background, of being installers and being technicians, we understand what you need, when you need it. We understand the project timelines. and we're really able to help out by getting people the information and the resources that they need when they need it. They were made to be very easy to install. It was one of the things we said when we were starting out. They have to be easy to install. They have to be easy to service. They run on 24-volt operation, meaning no AC to the pedestal. You can hang a 10-amp life safety power supply on the wall and run 24-volt out to those pedestals. One power supply will run 4 lanes. So it's less cost of installation, less pipe to run, much easier install. We cut your time down, which is money. Ease of service I talked about, virtually maintenance free. Every now and then, on a PM, you might want to wipe out the sensor lenses, make sure things are still tight. But that's really it. There's on the barrier units, there's one moving part, and very durable, very reliable. We provide superior diagnostics. We also provide factory training for your technicians and certification so that everybody's comfortable and informed on what they're working on. And we give them diagnostic software to load on their own laptops or their tablets so that they can do diagnostics. And most of our product can be diagnosed before even opening the machine up, which is also nice for your clients to not disrupt their lobbies. We're very good at custom designs and retrofits. So we get clients that want to replace and fit into existing spaces, replace old turnstiles with new, but the same footprint, all kinds of things like that. We're very good at the custom designs. In fact, that's where we stand out. So we've tried to make it easy for you and keep it simple.
Great.
This is how
I had a couple of
you,
questions that came in.
Okay.
One question is, can you tell me about a unique project you've worked on?
Oh my gosh, yes. They're all pretty unique, as you know, from working with clients. They can come up with a lot of ideas. And so we treat each project distinctively, whether it's 1 lane or 100. That's one thing we're going to do. But one that comes to mind is we had a client that had some existing turnstiles that were quite old. And if you've been in the industry a while, you know that some of these old pedestals or cabinets for turnstiles were about 10 inches wide and 6 feet long. And now most of the newer products have moved to a smaller cabinet. So this client wanted to remove and lift out those old cabinets, but they had this marble floor, a footprint where conduits had been stubbed up, which was much larger. And they were also interested in a number of biometric devices that they wanted to use and multiple technologies on their product for both tenants, permanent tenants, and visitors. And so we went down and we took a look at the facility. We mapped everything out. And what we were able to do for them was to build a new swing glass product with a cabinet and a footprint that fit the old footprint. So they didn't have a construction project. They didn't have to buy new marble. We installed all the biometrics. In fact, they ended up going with two types of reader technologies plus a palm vein reader for biometric, but they also were interested in facial recognition down the road. So we pre-installed some things into the turnstile so that they were ready to accept the biometric facial recognition when they were prepared to move forward with it. And so that whole project came together and we met all of those requirements for them, which was kind of a unique situation. There's been many, many others from materials, building products out of stone to other fancy material that we've used or other technologies. And one of the things that I just like to point out when we work with other technologies is we don't just bolt them on. we actually take the time and get out and know the other technology vendors that are making these products so that we understand how they work when incorporated with ours. And we try to lead that charge. We're constantly meeting new vendors that have unique technology, and we're always investigating that stuff. And then, of course, the ones that are becoming popular, we want to meet with those people, and we do, so that we're aware of how it operates when it's connected with our equipment.
Very interesting. Is there any limit to the number of lanes your controller can manage?
As a matter of fact, there's not. And that's been a nice selling point for us. We had a client, I can give you an example. We had a client that had a building with 18 lanes, and that in itself was more than the other controllers that they had seen could handle. So we were able to handle all 18 lanes on one controller for them, but they also had another building coming around the corner, which was going to have 16 lanes. And then they had a command center in another building that they wanted to be able to control all 34 lanes from one spot. So we were able to give them independent controllers for certain areas, controller that handled 18 in one building, 16 in the other, and then command center that controlled 34 lanes. So really the design, the thing that's to think about is how big the screen needs to be so that the lanes aren't little tiny lanes on the screen. But other than that, I guess we're infinity lanes, and that's what we call it, infinity lane control.
Cool. What types of technologies can you interface with?
Well, in a word, we're somewhat agnostic to the technology. So from a standpoint of access control technology, we've worked with just about all of them. We really act as almost like another door on the system. But again, instead of just saying, yeah, we can work with that, it's just to bolt on, we just get a relay output or a contact, we really will dive in with the other technology partners to see if there are easier ways or better ways for our products to integrate together. We've worked with a number of them to share our codes and be able to make the integration even tighter. And sometimes, people are open to that with non-disclosure agreements. Other times they're not necessarily open to that. And we do work through, standard relay outputs, things like that. But we've interfaced with facial recognition, iris scanning, fingerprint, weapons detection, passive material detection, all kinds of different technologies, and we're looking to do much, much more. We feel that is definitely becoming a much, much bigger part of, in conjunction with our product line.
Great. Well, that looks like that's all of the questions that we have for today. If you would like to review this presentation again or would like to pass it along, we will have a recorded version of it posted very soon. You can find it by visiting psasecurity.com/education. Thank you very much to Tom Elliott of Orion Entrance Control Incorporated. Tom's contact information is posted here for questions after today's presentation. Please visit our website, that's psasecurity.com, to be sure that you are leveraging all that PSA Security Network has to offer. On our homepage, you can access future webinar events, this recording, educational offerings, and business solutions. This will conclude our presentation. Thank you all so much. I hope you all have a great day.
Thanks, everyone.